Hey guys, it's Bismo here. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys that are new to Rocket League or just lowerish in rank tips to success and ranking up in Rocket League. I'm guessing a lot of you guys don't know who I am and don't know my qualifications for making this video, so I'll give you guys a brief introduction of myself. Hey, I'm Bismo. I've been playing Rocket League since the very beginning of Season 2, pre-free to play, have been the highest rank in the game since Season 7, and was Supersonic Legend in ranked 3s last season. Yeah, I solo queued to that. During this time of playing Rocket League, I've racked up over 3,500 hours of gameplay. I am also a professional coach on the most prestigious Rocket League coaching website, Gamers Ready, with currently around 300 hours of paid Rocket League coaching experience. Well, I hope that is enough for you guys to consider me qualified to make this video. But anyways, let's get right into it. So first things first, if you're new to the game of Rocket League, is I'm going to want you to change your controls and camera settings. This is just a must. It's actually hard to believe what the default camera settings are. They are just so terrible. It's unbelievable. So good settings for camera will include, first off, turning off camera shake. It's not necessary and just affects how you play. Full FOV, which is 110, that's pretty much a must. And then around 260 to 290 for distance, 100 to 110 for height, and around -3 to -5 for angle. The other stuff doesn't matter as much, it's just personal preference, and those kind of ranges are just similar to like what you'll see for the majority of high level players and pros. So as far as controls, the reason for changing your controls is simply because for default controls on controller, your thumb is forced to do too much work with having to deal with 4 buttons. Unless you're insane with claw grip, you'll struggle and have a disadvantage with this. Like even Kernovi himself, the Mountain, changed his controls from a default after nearly a decade of using them. I'd recommend taking air roll and power slide off the default button, which is usually like square or X, and moving those two to either R1 or L1. There are other options, but I'd say this is the most common change amongst competitive high level players. And yeah, after getting all these settings set up, it's time to get grinding. So first things first, guys, is I probably want you guys to avoid 3v3. So if you didn't already know, 3v3 is the standard game mode in Rocket League, and it is the most widely used in competitive Rocket League scene, including the RLCS. However, when you first start playing Rocket League, and well, to be honest, when you continue to play Rocket League, 3v3 in the lower ranks can be kind of a mess. And trust me, because some of my lobbies in the high ranks can be a mess sometimes too. But this is especially because of the lower ranks mechanical inconsistency and lack of game knowledge in the lower ranks of not knowing how to rotate properly. And honestly, it's going to probably stay a mess for you guys until you're up in the diamond ranks at least. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because I want you guys in the lower ranks and just starting out, just to be avoiding 3v3s and focusing on playing free play, 1v1s, and 2v2s. The theory behind this is playing these modes will allow you to get more touches on the ball. There are less players on the pitch, meaning your mechanics will improve at a faster rate since you're touching the ball a lot more. 2v2 is a great mix because it gives you the opportunity to learn how to rotate properly as well as getting used to playing with a teammate while still getting more touches on the ball than 3v3. If you're interested in the reasoning behind this theory more, I wrote an article that was published by Gamers Ready about this topic, and the link can be found in the description to that article. So next up, play around your teammates. I've coached many lower ranks players, and one of the biggest reasons why they can't get out of their rank is because they try and do everything on their own to win. If you constantly go for every ball, you're going to end up causing more harm than good, and you will end up being called a ball chaser as well if you're doing this. Learn to play around your teammates. Make it as easy as possible for your teammate to play around you. If you are behind your teammate, realize that you can see them, but they cannot see you. When playing 2v2, spend the first minute or so identifying your teammates, playstyle, and try to fill in that role that is missing on your team. If your teammate is more aggressive, play a bit more defensive. If your teammate is more passive, try and make up for that by playing a bit more aggressive. Positioning. It's important to have proper positioning in any game mode in Rocket League. I would say the simplest way to put it is to put yourself in a position that covers the most possible scenarios of what could happen in a game. So for example, in 2v2, if your teammate has the ball on offense, put yourself in a position that covers the possibility for an ideal pass or the possibility of your teammate losing a challenge and you having to play defense. A really simple rule to follow is the rule Sunless Khan mentioned on the Rocket League YouTube channel's video about how you can think of the field broken up into 9 equal squares. You don't want to be in the same square as your teammate, but you also don't want to be 2 squares away from them. A nice happy medium of not being too close or too far away from your teammates will allow for you to be ready for the most possible situations and scenarios in the game. Next up, rotation. A huge mistake I'll see in players in regard to rotation is they'll end up rotating ball side all other times when they're rotating back. So basically what ball side is you're just rotating on the same side in a direct path to the ball. What ends up happening when you do this is you put yourself in awkward situations where you can't make as good of touches on the ball, and it disrupts the flow of rotation and can mess up your teammates as well. The best thing you can do when you're rotating back is to aim for the far side, aka the back post. Rotating far side or back post essentially is defined as rotating to the opposite side that the ball is currently on. By rotating wide like this, it will allow for you to be able to challenge the ball from a better angle with more momentum, making it easier for you to get a better touch and easier for your teammate to understand what you are doing. Finally, mentality. A big key to success in Rocket League is having the right mentality while playing, and that is easier said than done, believe me. But if you can try to play Rocket League with the mindset of treating each game like you're trying to prove as a player and not solely to rank up, you'll actually end up getting a lot better at the game a lot quicker, as well as you end up increasing your rank a lot quicker due to that. Don't worry about what your teammates are doing wrong, because at the end of the day, all you can control is your own actions as a person, which includes your own actions as a player in Rocket League. Focus on what you can do each game to improve and what you can do to win each game. With the right mindset, you will have success. Trust me. But you gotta be willing to put in the work as well. Keep in mind, guys, that Rocket League is so much different than any other games, and it takes a long time to improve. You have to be willing to invest a good amount of time in this game if you want to reach the highest of ranks. Alright, that pretty much wraps up this video. If this video was helpful, hit that subscribe button. More tips videos in the works, as well as some awesome streams on this channel. Over 95% of watch time on this channel is from non-subscribers that make Bismo big sad. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.